Hello guys, my name is Jaswant and today we will start a very important topic which is trigonometry. So what is the meaning of trigonometry? So we can split this word trigonometry in two parts. One is trigno and second is metry. Trigno means triangle and metry means measurement. So trigonometry means measurement of a triangle. So here we can see some examples, some applications of trigonometry. Suppose you want to measure the height of this building, which is h. So first you can do just go to the top of the building and just drop a rope and you can measure the rope and you can find the height of this building. And second thing, if you are standing in front of this building here and you can measure this length very easily and you can measure this angle also, which is theta. So if you know this length L and this angle theta, then by using trigonometry you can easily find the height of this building. And another some application is, suppose you want to measure the width of a river. So by using trigonometry, you can easily find this width of this river very easily. So here is some applications. Before we go to the application part, first we will learn about the basic concept of trigonometric. What does trigonometric says? So first we will start from Pythagoras theorem. What does Pythagoras theorem says? So Pythagoras theorem is always applicable in right angle triangle. Here is a triangle, suppose A, B and C, and this angle is 90 degree. And the length of these sides, suppose length of this side AB is called perpendicular and the length of this side BC is called base. And the length of the side which is opposite to the right angle triangle, which is opposite to the 90 degree, is called hypotenuse, and hypotenuse is longest side in this right angle triangle. So according to Pythagoras theorem, the square of AB plus square of BC is always equal to square of AC. Means the square of this length of this side, which is called perpendicular, plus square of this length, which is base, is always equal to square of the length of this side AC, which is hypotenuse. So Pythagoras theorem is equal, it's called sum of the square of perpendicular and base is always equal to square of hypotenuse. We can take an example. Suppose here some Pythagoras triplets, like here is a triangle, right angle triangle, and this angle is 90 degree. So length here is A, B and C, and length of this side AB is suppose 3 and the length of this side BC is suppose 4. Then you have to find the length of this side, which is AC. So how will you find it? So in this right angle triangle we can use the Pythagoras theorem. And what does Pythagoras theorem says? The square of AB plus square of BC is always equal to square of AC in any right angle triangle. Okay, so square of AB is equal to square of 3 plus square of BC is equal to square of 4 equal to square of AC, which is hypotenuse. So here is h square. So square of 3 is 9 plus square of 4 is 16, which is equal to square of hypotenuse. So here square of hypotenuse is equal to 25 and here hypotenuse is equal to square root of 25, which is equal to 5. So here we can find the hypotenuse if we know the other remaining two sides. So hypotenuse equal to 5. So here 3, 4 and 5. These length of the sides are called Pythagorean triplets because these lengths are the right angle triangle. Here we have some example of Pythagorean triplets. So here 3, 4, 5, 5, 12, 13, 7, 24, 25, 8, 15, 17. These all are Pythagorean triplet, and this always satisfies this right hand side of the right angle triangle. Here is a right angle triangle, and if we are consider this one, this Pythagoras triplet, and we want to check whether it is Pythagorean triplets or not. So we know the longest side of the any right angle triangle is hypotenuse. So here is 13 will be hypotenuse. So hypotenuse equal to 13 and the remaining side will be base and perpendicular. Suppose here 5 is perpendicular, then 12 will be base. So we can check it out by using Pythagorean triplets, Pythagorean theorem. Suppose what is Pythagoras theorem? Square of perpendicular plus square of base is always equal to square of hypotenuse. So square of perpendicular, which is square of 5, plus square of base, which is square of 12, equal to square of hypotenuse square. So here's square of 5 is equal to 25 and square of 12 is equal to 144, equal to square of hypotenuse. So here we can say hypotenuse equal to square root of 25 plus 144, that is 169, and it is equal to 13. So here what is the hypotenuse? Hypotenuse is 13. So here 5, 12 and 13 are called Pythagorean triplets. Now, if we want to multiply the side of any Pythagorean triplet like 3, 4 and 5, if we multiply or if we twice the side of this triangle, suppose here is a right angle triangle and this angle is 90 degree and length of this side is 3 and this side is 4 and length of the hypotenuse is 5. So if I twice the all the side in this triangle, suppose I twice the side 3, which is 6, and twice of 4 is 8. So this length of this side will be twice of 5, which is 10. So here 6, 8, 10 will also Pythagorean triplets. Okay. So we can multiply any Pythagorean triplet with any constant and it will give also a Pythagorean triplets. So now we'll start the basic concept of trigonometric, how we can apply the trigonometric and all. So here is a right angle triangle and this is 90 degree, and here is we can notice A, B and C, and here is we can assume an angle which is called theta. So the length of this side we can use here some terminologies like opposite side of 90 degree, which is called hypotenuse, and opposite side with to the theta is equal to always called perpendicular, and the remaining side which contain 90 degree and theta is called base. So here some representation which is perpendicular, base and hypotenuse. If we have another right angle triangle, suppose here is another right angle triangle and this angle is 90 degree, and suppose this angle, now this angle is theta. So what will be the perpendicular and what will be the base and hypotenuse? Now hypotenuse is always opposite to the 90 degree, which is this one is hypotenuse. And what will be the base? Base always contains the side which is theta and 90 degree. So this will be now base, and remaining side will be which is opposite to the theta, which is called perpendicular. So we can use by using theta where should be the perpendicular and where should be the base. And we cannot say base is always horizontal. Base could be vertical also. So base will be base, the side base always contains theta and 90 degree. Just remind this thing. Okay. So now we'll start some trigonometric ratios. Here are 6 type of trigonometric ratios: sin theta, cos theta, tan theta, cot theta, sec theta and cosec theta. So these trigonometric ratios are always side of the any triangle, ratio of the side of the any triangle in right angle triangle. Suppose here is a right angle triangle and this one is A and B and C, and this angle is 90 degree, and opposite side to the 90 degree is called hypotenuse, and suppose we consider this angle as a theta. So opposite side to the theta is called always perpendicular, and the remaining side which contains 90 degree and theta is called base. So the ratios of the side of this triangle are always sin theta, cos theta, tan theta. So we will learn from start from sin theta. So what is sin theta? Sin theta is ratio of the length of the side which is perpendicular and hypotenuse. So sin theta is always AB upon AC. Similarly, if we talk about cos theta, then cos theta is equal to the ratio of base and hypotenuse, which is BC upon AC. Similarly, we talk about the theta, tan theta, then tan theta equal to ratio of perpendicular upon base. So what is perpendicular? That is AB upon base is BC. So here's three basic trigonometric ratios, which is sin theta, cos theta, and tan theta. Now we talk about cot theta. Cot theta is reciprocal of tan theta, which is base upon perpendicular, and it is the ratio of the length of side, which is base and the perpendicular. So here its base is BC and perpendicular is AB. Similarly, sec theta is reciprocal of cos theta. And what is cos theta? Cos theta is equal to base upon hypotenuse. Then sec theta will be hypotenuse upon base. And what is hypotenuse? Hypotenuse is AC and base is BC. Similarly, cosec theta is reciprocal of sin theta. So what is sin theta? Perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Then cosec theta will be hypotenuse upon perpendicular. And what is hypotenuse? Hypotenuse is AC and perpendicular is AB. So here's some trigonometric ratios, which are 6 trigonometric ratios, and 3 are very common and other 3 are reciprocal of remaining 3 trigonometric ratios. So we can understand it by taking an example. Suppose here is a right angle triangle, and this is A, this is B, and this is C. And we consider this angle, suppose this angle as a theta, and the side of this triangle, suppose this is 5 and this is 12, and you have to find the sine theta. So what is sine theta? So first you have to notice that the which side is perpendicular and which side is base. So here we talked about earlier, see, the side opposite to the theta is always what? Perpendicular, and the side that contains 90 degree and theta is always called base, and the side which is opposite to the 90 degree is called hypotenuse. And we know sine theta equal to what? Sin theta equal to what? Perpendicular upon hypotenuse. In previous slide we have learned sin theta equal to perpendicular upon hypotenuse. So here sin theta equal to perpendicular upon hypotenuse. We know what is perpendicular. Perpendicular is 5, but we don't know about the hypotenuse. But by using Pythagoras theorem we can find this hypotenuse. How? Here what is Pythagoras theorem? Square of perpendicular plus square of base is always equal to square of hypotenuse, and square of perpendicular is what? Square of 5 plus square of 12 equal to square of hypotenuse. And what is 25, and what is the square of 12? That is 144 equal to hypotenuse square, and hypotenuse equal to square root of 25 plus 144, that is 169, that is equal to 13. So we can find hypotenuse by using Pythagoras theorem. So here what is hypotenuse? Hypotenuse is 13. So now we can get easily sine theta, which is 5 by 13, and we can find another Pythagoras ratios, trigonometric ratios, like you can find cos theta. What is cos theta? And cos theta is equal to base upon hypotenuse. So here what is base? Base is 12. So 12 upon what is hypotenuse? 13. So you can find cos theta also, and you can find other trigonometric ratios like tan theta, cosec theta, and all in this triangle. So let's take another example. Suppose here is an example. If sec theta equal to 17 by 15, then tan theta equal to what? So just first make a right angle triangle, and this is 90 degree, and just assume this angle as a theta. So sec theta is what? Sec theta equal to what is the ratio for sec theta? So sec theta is always equal to hypotenuse upon base. Sec theta equal to ratio of hypotenuse or base. So here's this is theta and this is 90 degree. So what is the base? Base always contains theta and 90 degree. So this side will be base, and the side which is opposite to the theta is called always perpendicular, and the side which is opposite to the 90 degree always called hypotenuse. So we know sec theta equal to hypotenuse upon base. So what is hypotenuse? So we can compare these things 17 by 15. So here we can say hypotenuse is 17 and base is 15. So what is hypotenuse? Hypotenuse is 17 and base is 15. Now what is tan theta? Tan theta equal to perpendicular upon base. We know hypotenuse and base, but we don't know about perpendicular. So how we can find the perpendicular? So by using trigonometric, by using Pythagoras theorem, we can find the perpendicular. So what is Pythagoras theorem? Square of perpendicular plus square of base is always equal to square of hypotenuse. So square of perpendicular equal to square of hypotenuse minus square of base. So you can find by using this equation. So here perpendicular equal to square root of square of hypotenuse, that is square of 17. Square of 17 equal to 289 minus square of 15. Square of 15, that is 225. So here if you will subtract this thing, then you will find that 64 here. So square root of 64 equal to 8. So we can easily get what is perpendicular. So here perpendicular is 8. So now we can find easily tan theta, because we know all three sides of this right angle triangle. So we can find the tan theta. Tan theta equal to perpendicular upon base. So here is perpendicular is 8 and base is 15. So tan theta equal to 8 by 15. So we can find this thing by using this right angle triangle. So here some identities as I earlier told you, sine theta is reciprocal of cosec theta, and cos theta is reciprocal of sec theta, and tan theta is reciprocal of cot theta. If we cross multiply these things, then sine theta into cosec theta will be 1, and cos theta into sec theta will be also 1, and tan theta into cot theta equal to 1. Now we have some other two ratios, like tan theta is what? If here is a 90-degree triangle and this is 90 degree and this is suppose theta, so this will be perpendicular and this will be base and this will be hypotenuse. Then tan theta equal to what? Tan theta equal to perpendicular upon base, and sine theta equal to what? Sine theta equal to perpendicular upon hypotenuse, and cos theta equal to base upon hypotenuse. If I take in the ratio of these two equations, then we can easily cancel out this hypotenuse, and this will be equal to perpendicular upon base, and it is equal to this one, tan theta. So tan theta equal to sine theta upon cos theta, and cot theta is reciprocal of tan theta. So cot theta equal to cos theta upon sine theta. So these are the basic things of trigonometric, and we learn about more in next videos about the trigonometric. So thank you.